Hello, hello, my beautiful people, mi gente bonita. Hello, hello. I hope everyone is having a great September. Great September, guys. And today we are talking about our present moment. So, what is the present moment? What do I mean by the present moment? It is the now. What you're doing today, right now, at this minute, at this hour. What are you doing? Right now, I'm doing this video for YouTube and recording for Spotify. But guys, okay, so I want to talk about the present moment because the present moment, the realization of you understanding how to use the present moment to your advantage takes time. And it takes understanding, right? And it helps when somebody explains it to you, like me, like a coach, a life coach. So, guys, I discovered the present moment when I was in a point in my life where I was not happy, I was stressed out, I was anxious, I was worried. I was like, what do I do in my life? What should I do? Because after college, after my degree and everything, I was like, I had a picture in my head of how my life was supposed to be at this point, right? My goal was to go into some corporate company as a business administrator person, and I'm gonna work there. I'm gonna move my way up to CEO. That can probably take nowadays probably more than 100 years, which is not gonna happen, right? Because today, all these corporations, all that, they already have all these people in power where, they trust them, they do this and that. For you to become a CEO in today's world, you literally probably have to have your own company. If you want to be CEO of, like, I don't know, let's think, Disney, BP, all the big industries, they already know their CEOs, right? They already have a list of, if this guy retires, we're going to put this guy in place. That's how real life is right now, guys. There's not really a conscious way or a good timing for you to become a CEO of a corporate company. That's a little bit crazy nowadays. So that's what I'm saying. Like, today, if you want to be a CEO, you might have to have your own company. And then that, it's probably a dream that will falter. Reality check, right? So I have this reality check where, okay, I'm not going to work my way up 50 years in a company. I don't know if I want to spend 50 years in this company, right? And so I'm home. I've just quit my job. I'm in this whole frenzy of myself where I don't know what to do with my life. And then I stumble upon beautiful Mr. Eckhart Tolle, a beautiful, beautiful teacher, professor, conscious man, wise man, whatever you want to call him. This man knows the key to understanding yourself, your consciousness, your world, and how to get beyond the fears, anxieties, the status quo that our world today has been imposing on us, right? And that we learn from today. Like, there's so many things that you are capable of if you stay motivated, you stay inspired, you stay focused, disciplined, consistent. But if we don't, then that's when we falter into the, I'm not happy with my life is stressing me out, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that, I'm stressing out, right? And that's not good. So how I understood the present moment is that what I do today is what counts for what will happen to me tomorrow. What I do today is what counts for me to have a good life in a week. What I do today is what I need to do in order to get to a better point in my life, I don't know, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, guys. So let's go again. What I do today is what's going to count for tomorrow, after tomorrow, after tomorrow, a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, all because of what I am doing today, right? So let's take, I'm going to put, for example, changing your diet. This is like the biggest one. This is the biggest one for everyone. Everyone has been thinking that a diet, you just go on the diet, right? You can lose your weight, you're gonna look all fancy, but guess what happens when you stop eating like you're supposed to be eating in the diet? Everyone knows, right? You gain back the weight. You go back to your mental state where you were like, I don't like my body, so I need to do the diet, right? You go back. You regress, right? Because you've stopped changing your life, right? When you stop the diet, you stop changing, right? So here's where it is, guys. The present moment counts at if you today are changing your habits, are changing your life, you have to do it for the rest of your life, right? If somebody told you that if you just keep consistent at I don't know, investing $3 a day on a certain stock, 3 years from now, you'll be a billionaire. Wouldn't you do it? Would you stop doing it? No, right? Because we all want to be a millionaire. We all want to be billionaires. We all want that good life. We all know that money can give us freedom, fun, everything, right? But we sometimes don't know how to get there without changing what we're doing today. So guys, let's go again with the diet. So if you want to be on a diet and you're saying, okay, once I get to this weight, I can stop, I'm going to look good, and blah, blah, blah. And then you stop doing the diet and then you gain the weight back, so you do everything back. That means you're going back and you're not enjoying, you're not paying attention to your present moment. Because how you're changing your lifestyle today is how you have to change it for the rest of your life. If you want to keep in that weight, if you want to, be able to let's say you're achieving that goal and you want to keep that goal, right? You want to keep that goal because it makes you feel good, you look good, whatever. So if you stop changing the diet, if you stop changing every day, you stop changing your life, right? You stop losing the weight, you stop looking good, and you go back into your old habits. You go back into your old ways. And that's not what we want, guys. What we want is to be able to ensure that we're making those small changes every day so that a year from now, 6 months from now, 2 years from now, you've achieved your goal successfully and you've kept it going for the rest of your life, right? And so when people come to me about losing weight, changing it, I say, okay, but remember, it's not a diet. It's a lifestyle change. It's not about you eating chocolate for this amount of periods. It's not about you not eating carbs for this amount of periods. It's about you doing it for the rest of your life because you want to keep consistent and disciplined with who you want to be. This is all about self-love too, guys. You keep consistent into every day what you do because you love yourself so much that you know you want this change for you, that you know you want to look better. So you got to take advantage of today. Because guys, you don't want to wake up one day, right, and say, oh, I should have kept to my diet, right? I should have lost the weight. But then now it's harder for you to lose the weight. Now it's harder for you to be a millionaire because you stopped investing those $3. The idea is that you stay on today. And what you do today in your present moment, what it's going to count tomorrow, after tomorrow, a year from now, 6 months from now, everything, guys. So let's think about it this way. You can't go back to 5 a.m. today. Can you? You can't go back to 9 a.m. today, right? You can't go back 2 minutes from today, right? You can't go back 2 minutes. None of us are time travelers. None of us are magicians that we can just, go back and forth in time, right? Because it's impossible to do so. That's why we go back to your present moment. Present moment. If you're here today, what are you going to do today to change your life, to keep consistent, to stay disciplined, to achieve what you want to achieve tomorrow, 6 months from now, 3 weeks from now, a year from now, 2 years from now? What are you going to do? And that's the focus, guys. The focus is you staying so focused in your present moment that what you want to do, you're so sure about what you want to do and what you want to accomplish that you're going to stay consistent and disciplined on your habits of today. So right now, one of my goals is to have a more fit body. I want to look a little bit more muscly, right? I want to, maybe have a little bit more abs. And what I do today is what counts for me to be able to accomplish that goal, right? So I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna work on my eating habits. I'm gonna make sure I'm motivating myself. I'm seeing my ideal body image in front of me so that, yes, that's what I want. Yes, I'm going to keep going for it. I'm going to keep doing it every day. I'm going to do that little thing that I can do in order to achieve that big goal that I have for 6 months, 1 year, 3 years from now, right? So guys, the key is focus. Focus about your present, about your today, about what you're doing right now. And ask yourself if what you're doing today, if what you're doing right now, today, is what is going to help you achieve your goal a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 6 months from now, 1 year from now? Ask yourself that constantly. And if the answer is no, then re-strategize, guys. Rethink. Go back to pen and pencil and write down what you have to do today to make sure you accomplish what you want to accomplish 6 months from now, 1 year from now, everything, right? You write down your habits. You write down what you're going to change. You write down everything and give your mind a focus, a daily focus of what you're going to do in order to accomplish what you want to do 3 weeks from now, 6 months from now, 1 year from now. Because if you don't give yourself focus, guess what? We falter. We say, oh no, it's not for me. Never mind. You're not going to be motivated to keep changing your life every day. If you take a break for one day, right? Let's say you're going to a gym, you want to, like me, I take a break for one day. I don't go to the gym. I just sleep in. I take the day slow. And that is you just taking a break, breathing it in, because you know you're changing your mindset, you're changing your habits. So yes, in a way, your ego, your mind's thinking, oh wait, maybe we're changing too fast. I need a break. Let me see. Hold on, there's a storm, right? So you step back, you take a break, you analyze, but you keep the promise to yourself that tomorrow you're going to keep at it. You're going to keep going, because you can't change your life from one day to another. God helps to change your life from one moment to another. That can happen because, like, for example, accidents, car accidents, boom, seconds, your life can change, right? In 1 second. But if you want to change your life, you have to keep consistent. You have to give yourself time. You have to give yourself the love. You have to give yourself the willpower to keep consistent, to stay focused, guys. Because it's not just about knowing what you want to accomplish, right? It's not just about seeing it up on the board and say, okay, yeah, that's my goal. That's what I want to attain. That's what I want to achieve. But if you don't change anything about your daily habits, if you don't change anything about your mentality, if you don't change anything about how you're going to attain it, then you're never going to attain it. It's always just going to be up there in your goal board without being attained, right? So guys, again, remember, it is what you do today, in your right now, in your present moment, that will change your life. Consistency, discipline, and love. A lot of self-love. Because I wouldn't be here today if I hadn't told myself that I'm doing this because I want a better life for myself. And that all goes with, I love myself so much that I want to change my life, right? I love myself so much that I'm going to stay disciplined to attaining what I want to attain. I love myself so much that I'm going to stay consistent. I'm going to stay loving myself. I'm going to stay in my present moment so that I know that I'm making conscious decisions, so that I know that I'm putting in my efforts day in and day out. And if I need to take a break from all these changes, I will take it. Right, guys? Because yes, your mind, your ego, you sometimes need a break from how you're changing your life. Because one, you're not used to it, right? And two, it can be difficult. So if it's becoming too difficult to change yourself, if it's becoming too difficult to stay disciplined to the new list of habits that you want to do, then that's when you have to stop and analyze. Did I write down the best things that I could do? Is this up to my capability and resources, right? Because if you are trying to change your habits and your lifestyle out of resources that you don't have, you will never achieve it. And then you're just going to put yourself into a stress mode, right? Into anxiety, like, how am I going to change that? No, and that's not what we want. You got to analyze what you have right now. See, we're back to the present moment. You have to analyze what you have right now. What can you do right now? How? What help do you need, right? Who are your guidance? Who is your guidance? Who's your teacher? Who's helping you right now in this present moment to really stay consistent, change your life, be motivated, be inspired, to stay this focused, to stay this motivated to change your life. I just killed a mosquito, guys. Oh my goodness, mosquitoes everywhere. So guys, Remember, the present moment, it's about what you do today. It's about recognizing yourself right now to know if you're feeling good to keep going. It's about the habits, the work, the effort that you do today, right now, in your present moment to get to where you want to be tomorrow, in a week, in 6 months, in a year, in 3 years, wherever you want to. Just don't forget, it's not about focusing on tomorrow. It's not about focusing on the 3 years. Yes, write down what you want to accomplish tomorrow. Write it down. Write down what you want to accomplish in a year. Write down what you accomplish in 3 years. And next to that, you're going to write down how you're going to do it, what resources you have to do it. And if anything, remember to also write down if one of these things is not working, then I have to re-strategize. I have to rethink, because then I'm pushing myself over the limits, right? I'm pushing myself over the limit that I don't know if I can cross because I'm not sure I have the resources to. So it's not about you pushing yourself over the limit. It's about you pushing yourself out of that comfort zone, out of the comfort zone. And the limit is where you draw the line to take a break, to really know if this is what you want to change, to really know if the changes you are applying to your life are working, right? It's not about you saying, I'm going to, boom, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to do boom, boom, boom. Because sometimes when we eat, like quitting cold turkey, a habit, right? It can be good, but sometimes it makes us regress, because you quitting cold turkeys, you're analyzing at your present moment. Okay, in my present moment, I'm gonna quit, but then tomorrow you're back at it, right? Because you didn't change something in here, something in your mind. You didn't change something in your mind, or you didn't change something in your heart. First, before any change or any analyzation about what you want to change, you have to ask yourself if that's really what you want to change, right? So, guys, remember, the present moment is all about what you do today to achieve your goals tomorrow, in a week, in a year, in 2 years, or for the rest of your life. It's all about that. And just remember, you can't really go back to 5 a.m. You can't really go back 10 years ago and change whatever you wanted to change. All you can do right now is today. All you can do is right now. All you can do is in the present. If it's in the present, remember, it goes back to saying the I love you at the right moment, right? If you want to say I love you to that person, say I love you. Because you don't never know if you get that tomorrow to say I love you. Right? But okay, guys, there you have it. Remember about the present moment. Remember right now. Remember, it's about what you do now. It's about the focus. It's about the self-love. The present moment is going to help you get to tomorrow, get to your week, get to your future, get to who you want to be for the rest of your life. All comes from the present moment. But okay, there you have it, and I'll see you tomorrow or in a few days.